Well, welcome to this presentation in regards to how to unlock sales with AI and how to connect with ready-to-buy leads. And this is a conversation about the AI advantage. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to generating twice as many leads at half the cost? To picture welcoming 2 new clients every week? And to see how AI can transform your business. Like, are you ready to be introduced to the world of AI leads? Would you love to learn on how to leverage AI to attract more high quality leads, to position yourself in front of leads eager to learn more about you, and to close deal faster and outpace your competition? You're about to unlock the secret. So get ready to access the tools and strategies on how to skyrocket your business by bringing in more cash flow, how to capture more leads, how to create more effective engagement, and how to close more leads with less resistance. My promise by the end of this presentation today is for you to master how AI tools can cut your marketing cost, how it can attract leads actively looking for your business with you, and how to convert those leads into loyal clients, loyal customers. The problem you may be facing, and the industry is facing right now, is that 44% of salespeople give up after one follow-up. 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-ups. And businesses that are using some type of automation, or they call it CRM, see a 29% increase in sales and an 87% improvement in closing performance. So I'm going to make a little parenthesis here about how that applies to Google Business Profile, because you being a retailer, you're going to connect to this conversation. So GBP is great, right? It's a great tool. It's free, and you have to keep it updated. You have to put information there. You need to also have some call to action, right, to be able to create that engagement. Now, if you don't have a call to action on your GBP, that's where you may be lacking in your sales conversion, right? Because GBP is like a website, and that website is all about attracting leads, having a conversation with them, and creating engagement, and then converting them. And you need to educate them about what you do, who you are. It doesn't matter what business you are, window cleaning, ice cream shop, it doesn't really matter. GBP, where people lose on the power of GBP because they don't know that you can create very good engagement with a Google Business Profile. Now, the leads by intention, the AI lead, to practically any business category, because now you're looking for people that are looking for you in real time. That's what AI leads are all about. It is a marketing game changer. And again, when you get those leads, you need to create that engagement, because people don't necessarily buy when you speak to them once. Then you have to create some type of system, some type of pipeline, some type of sales funnel, right, to get that engagement going, to get that conversation going, because you want to build trust, like, and understanding. And then they're ready to buy with less resistance. And it works. It's pretty simple. It's just a little bit tedious on crafting the sales cycle, and to make sure that each step of the sales cycle are well managed. That's all. And it doesn't matter what business you are. And this is not rocket science. Anybody can do this. If you're a startup or you've been in business for 25 years, these are basic, strong concepts that work. What are AI targeted leads? Well, these leads are people that actively are looking for solutions in real time, right? They have a problem and they want to talk to you. And these leads offer a higher conversion rate. Why? Because the sales cycle is shorter and they are looking to talk with you. I'm going to give examples a little bit later about, yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to give you samples of 3 different type of customers that we have. Why choose AI targeted leads? Because they're more cost effective. You spend less, you gain more. You accelerate the sales cycle or the customer journey because now you're closing deals a lot quicker, right? And it engages business growth because now you can expand faster with high quality leads. Now, the amount of sales time that you have is going to be with leads that are interested to find out more about what you do. Why now? Because you want to be ahead of your competitors, because your competitors are not going to wait. You want to act first, because if you don't, they will, and you want to seize the moment. Waiting could cost you valuable opportunities. So let me start the slide presentation here. There's no sound that's required on that. I'm going to share. This is what we're sharing here. Okay. Let me see if I pop up. Yep, I popped up, so you can see this presentation here. Cool, good. So my name is Jacques Sputecki. I'm a business innovation strategist. And what does that mean is that I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I just wrote a book on the drive to success. And in that book, it's my business journey. It's a story of my failures. Because as we know, as business owners, every time we have a failure or a challenge, it creates transformation. And that's what it does. No failures, you're not going to grow, right? If we make no mistakes, we don't learn. And unfortunately, that's the law of the universe. Why should you listen to me today? Well, number one, as a business innovation strategist, I have a proven track record of transforming businesses. I'm a best-selling author. My insights have resonated with countless entrepreneurs, and I'm experienced as a serial entrepreneur. What does that mean is that I've successfully built several businesses and multiple ventures, and I'm an international speaker. I do presentations in front of different audiences pretty much all over the world. That being said, there is a short video here, which I'm not going to show you. I guess this was the video when you hopped on the call. It was like, I think, about 60 seconds. So that is this video. So you've seen it. Would it be okay to share my story? My background is pharmaceutical sales for about, I got 15 years. Sales rep, introduced Tylenol into Canada. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And now, living in the U.S. as a U.S. citizen, and I have my dual citizenship, Canadian and U.S. citizen. Not that that's important, but that being said, because I'm from Montreal, after I got out of the pharmaceutical industry, I decided to start my gourmet food business, exporting food from Canada into the three big markets, New York, San Francisco, and LA, but we focus on San Francisco and on LA. And then what happened, we were doing extremely well. And again, things happen, that's when you learn. And then we had 9/11, and our profit margins were really based on the trade exchange between the US and the Canadian dollar. And overnight, I lost 30% margins. And then I said, oh my God, I'm caught with thousands of dollars in inventory, right? Little jams of mustard and pâté de foie gras and organic blueberry jams and maple syrup, all kinds of things like that. And then I was a B&I director in Montreal for several years, started networking chapters from scratch. And as a director there, I said, then I moved into LA. I said to myself, I need to see if there's a B&I director in LA. The guy's name was Harvey. I met him, and he said, do you know what the small business best kept secret is? And I said, no, it's trade and barter, right? Because you can trade in the cost of your goods, right, at the price of the cost of your goods and get full retail value. Wow. So everything's discounted by 50 to 75%. So I got involved with a trade club, and then all of my samples were converted into purchasing power. I was able to pay for my office, pay for my marketing materials, my printing, my entertainment with my clients. It was a great experience. Then they hired me. And then a couple of years later, I decided to open my own trade and barter club. And I decided to sell in when COVID hit, because I had all these retailers, right? They were paying us a monthly fee and a transaction fee. And we all know what happened to COVID on the West Side. Most of these businesses, the hairdressers, massage, restaurant, they just stopped overnight doing business. I said, you know what? Time to sell, time to move on to something else. And that's what I did. So why is this that? Okay. So I lost here we go. Okay. So when I decided to move on because of COVID, well, then obviously I was doing a lot of networking event, like we all do networking events, right? And my challenge was really to find leads and to put in place a system to follow up, right? A lot of people give you information. Even now, I was on this event this week. People say, oh, reach me on my email. Oh, this is my LinkedIn. This is my cell phone. Jesus, like, and how do you follow up with different types of information, right? It becomes challenging. And that's because leads fall through the cracks, right? So what I decided to do is to crack the code in regards to follow-up. So I white label some software that is able to do everything. So one client, one lead, right? I can communicate with them through Facebook Messenger. I can send an email. I can send a text, right? And every conversation is recorded. So when I click on that client or that lead, I have all the communication channels right there. And from the platform, we could do some social media postings. We could, from the platform, from my phone, we have an app on the phone. We can call the client directly, and everything is recorded in that client. Freaking awesome. My leads don't fall through the cracks anymore, and that's what we do. Now, what we do today is that I help businesses grow their business, and that's my why. The two biggest problems I've had over the last 20 years, number one is how to create engagement, right? And engagement is pretty much a simple process, right? Is that you got to capture your leads, you got to engage with them, okay? Because you want those touch points to be created, and then you want to close them. So those are the three phases: capture, engage, close. 3 phases of the 12-step cash flow. And every phase has got a couple of steps, and I'm not going to get into detail. We have a presentation on the 12-step cash flow system, which is the second Wednesday of every month, that explains how it works and how you can implement it. So capture, engage, close was difficult for me because of before, when I didn't have our software, and it was like very difficult because I had information all over the place to be able to create that engagement. And I didn't remember, did I text him? I didn't remember, did I send a Facebook Messenger? I did not remember. I couldn't remember exactly what I had done or what type of communication with those leads. And even if I put it on an Excel spreadsheet, we both know that Excel spreadsheets don't sell. They do not call people. They don't send emails, and they don't send text messages. They don't, unfortunately, right? So the key is really to work with the leads, convert them into prospects, right? That's when you engage, and then convert them into clients. In other words, leads are strangers, prospects are friends, and clients are family. And that was my number one problem, is to have a platform that when I go to two networking events every week, that's about 7 a month, and I meet about 5 people, that's 35 people I meet a month, multiplied by 10 or 12, that's like 400 people, right? So you need to have a rock solid system, not only to communicate them in the beginning, but the ones that don't buy, how do you communicate with them in 3 months and 9 months? How do you do that? It is labor, but when it's automated, it's a very simple task. And that's why we wanted to make sure that our leads and our business did not slip through the cracks. The second problem I've had over the years is the quality of leads, right? You meet all these people at these networking events, and that's what's happening live right now. Today we're Wednesday, and I had an event 2 days ago, and I spoke with about 8 people. 5 of them wanted nothing to do about what we do. They were not interested. They just want to sell me their stuff. It's fine. I'm looking for affiliates. I'm looking for people that I can introduce to my network. That's what I want to do, because I have some business owners that want to do business with you. They want to find out more about what you have to do. And that's the space that I'm in right now. So quality leads was a big problem, right? It was finding leads, actively looking for my services. And what was a game changer was to be able to find AI powered leads with intention, and that became my powerful solution. And that was last year that we bumped into this white label software. And it's a complete game changer, because now my sales cycle is shorter, number one. Our client sales cycle is shorter too, because now they have more time to spend with leads that want to have a conversation. And we know the recipe. Your business is only open because of cash flow. And the only way to get cash flow is to get clients. And clients, unfortunately, they don't come from the sky, right? Clients are leads that have been converted, right? So the higher quality of leads that you got, the more clients you can get, and better will be your cash flow. So right now in your business, just think, are you facing these 5 challenges? Challenge number 1, are you challenged by identifying qualified leads? Are you finding it hard to separate the real prospects from the time wasters or the window shoppers? Number 2, what's the cost of generating those leads? Is it time? Time is money, don't forget that. And if you are paying for Facebook ads or local ads or Yelp ads or Google ads, it doesn't matter. How is that draining your budget? Because we both know that whoever connects with you through those ads are not necessarily people that are looking to buy. A lot of people are just window shopping. Number 3, do you have an inconsistent source of new leads? Right? Do you struggle during certain periods of the year where you don't have enough leads in your pipeline? 4, are you targeting the right audience? Right? Are your ads missing the mark? I mean, you're putting an ad on Facebook or Google, Facebook ads or Google ads. You're just throwing out a net out there and hoping that some fish are going to come in to that net, some leads are going to come into that net. Right? And then when they do, there's maybe only 70%. Sometimes it's 70%. I want to hear about what you do, and sometimes it can be as low as 10%. Right? Our clients right now, when they spend for ads, they're getting about 10%, 20% of clients that really want to have a conversation with that. So they lost 80% of their budget. And number 5 is the follow-up engagement. Do you have a system to make sure that your leads are not falling through the cracks? Because you need to have a powerful system in place, a digital marketing platform or a CRM. It doesn't matter how you call it, right? You need something in place to make sure that the time and money that you've invested in connecting with leads, that you can 100% follow up with them so you get better conversion. I'm at a point in my life that, what drives me today is because I love my business. I love my team. I'm passionate about empowering clients. I love speaking. I got my speaking engagements, my webinar, my Zoom call. This is a webinar. And I really cherish the freedom of a virtual business. It's allowing me to travel and to spend time with the people I love. What makes me different is I got over 25 years of experience. I've run organizations with hundreds of clients. I have a very high level of integrity. I truly believe in doing business with care. Our motto is because we care. And I have relatability. I really understand the day-to-day challenges that you face in your business as a business owner because I've been there and I am there right now. I'm exactly like you are. So let's debunk some common myths. Myth number one, you need to spend $10,000 a month on advertising. No, you can save at least 5,000. You can save at least 50% and more on your monthly budget when you start working with AI leads. Oh, you can't find a hot lead below $50. That's not true. You can save 25 to 50% on the cost of your leads. Oh, social media will really generate all the needs I need. No, social media proves that you are alive, that you have a business. It does create engagement. Yes, they know you're there, but you have to convert the traffic on your social media into a pipeline to start that engagement, right? Unless you sell something that's a consumer product, that's a cream or an ice cream, you just put a coupon on your social media, come in the store and get our product at 20 or 30% off. That's a whole different ball game. But still, you need to be able to express with them what your product is all about, why you're different, and why they want to do business with you. And that's challenging to do that on social media. The other myth is quantity is better than quality when it comes to leads. Well, in fact, with quality, you're going to convert more leads into buying clients. When you have quantity, you're going to spend a lot of time just wasting time because they're not buyers right now. So this is the heart of the whole concept here when I talk about leads and how to create that engagement. And it's connected to our CRM that we call 12-step cash flow. And I'm not going to go into the details of how 12-step cash flow works, but I am going to go into the details of what you need in your business to be able to feed your sales cycle, your customer journey, right? In certain cases, your customer journey can maybe be an hour, right? Like when you're driving your Batmobile and you look at the phone and you're looking for a Thai restaurant. Okay, there's a Thai, it's got good reviews, it's 3 miles away, let's go. Decision process was taken within 5 minutes or 30 minutes, right? But sometimes that's not the case, depending on your product, where we're going to do a search on your product, and then we're going to go on Amazon to see if it's there. So defining your target avatar is crucial because you need to know who is your ideal customer and what are you going to offer as information to attract them, right? To capture them. That is crucial because you do know who your target avatar is. And if you don't, hey, we need to have a conversation and I'll help you determine what that target avatar is. What type of questions do you want them to ask you? Right? So you know that they're interested, you know they have a need, and you know that whatever you're doing can fulfill their need, right? And do you have the answer to the question why they should choose you, right? Why would they do business with you? What makes you different? Now, when you have your target avatar, now you can create that engagement, right? Which is step number 2, is you capture their attention. And now you need a lead capture strategy. Lead capture strategy is you understand what your customer journey is. You understand what your sales cycle is. That's what I mean by lead capture. When they come into your pipeline, your sales pipeline, you got to give them something. And very often it's just education material. They just want to learn more about what they want to buy, and you are the best person out there to explain to them this with you. right? What makes your product and your service so great that they don't have to look at your competition? And what value are you offering them? Like, what are you offering them that's different from your competitive, from your competition, from your competitor? And now you got to determine, like, what approach do I take to start engaging with them? And that's, you've heard about A/B testing, and we do it all the time, right? When we start reaching out to strangers, like, for example, when we promote our event on Eventbrite or on Meetup, that's what we do. We do A/B strategies, right? We say, okay, let's try this subject title. Let's try that subject title. And then when we do our call campaign, we reach out to a bunch of people. Every day we reach out to people to invite them to come to our webinars. And even if they don't come, it doesn't matter, because now I'm building the brand and I can track that they're going on my personal site called jacques360.com. I could see that what we're doing is generating traffic there, and we are getting leads that way. So it doesn't matter on what type of marketing activity you do. If it's done well, it will always pay off. So that's about step 2, is creating that engagement. Step 3 is, what solutions are you offering to close the deal? Okay? How are you communicating with them in a fashion to bring them to give you their credit card, right? And what's your offer to close the deal, right? Is it a one-on-one? Is it a sample? Is it a bonus? Is it a promotion? What is it that you can give to them or offer to them where they feel they're getting a lot of value? And yes, they want to do business with you. So those are the 3 phases, the 3 steps on how to make this happen. It doesn't matter where your leads come from. Now, let me share with you a couple of success stories. Robert, some dude in my age bracket, real estate agent, just frustrated, hates doing the networking events. He's got a back problems, hates to do door to door to get his listings. And when we connected with him, he says, wait a minute here. You're telling me that you're able to find people that want to buy a house in a zip code. Yeah, that's what we do. We find people that are on the web looking particularly in a specific zip code. And how we find these people for Robert is we can track the activity, the keywords they're looking for. We can track which groups are they going to on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We can also track what websites they are going into. So if they're going into these real estate company websites, we know they're going in there, and we can track the zip codes that are looking for. That's the power of our technology. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Robert has 25 conversations weekly thanks to AI, right? That's what he's getting right now. He's on a program where we send him 100 leads. He buys leads by 100 bundles of 100, and we deliver about 10 leads a week. And sometimes it takes him 5 days, sometimes it takes him 10 days to follow up. So, but he's on 100 leads per month. And what's happening right now is he is able to have about 25 conversations weekly. And his sign up rate right now out of 100 leads is about 10%. So he will sign up with them or to get the listings for them, or he will sell a service, right? Because they have different product and service they can sell other than just finding you a home. So sometimes they need to have the information how to get a loan. And if they're selling their house, well, then they want to make sure that they have the information on how to stage your house. So then he refers them to a third party, and that's how he makes a commission. So he does get about 10% of the 100. So he gets 10 sales out of 100 on a monthly basis. Another success story is Albert, a patent attorney. He's in Canada on the west coast, and his problem is that one new client for him is worth anywhere between 10 and 20,000, and a client takes about a year to work with them. And he was a little bit stingy on buying Facebook ads because his Facebook profile is not that good. Matter of fact, it's not good at all. So it wasn't working for him. And when we bumped into him, we said, hey, what we can do is we can find people anywhere in the US, and that's an easy one, right? There's a couple of 100 million people in the US who is looking for information to be able to patent whatever they're doing. That's a no-brainer. And what we're able to do, again, he's on a package of 100 leads monthly, and he gets about 2 clients a month. Just think about that. 2 clients a month, that's over $100,000 of new business, and he's not paying $100,000 a year to get those leads, I can tell you that. The third story is Ben the roofer. Ben was just sick of dealing with Home Advisor and I think it was called Thumbtack, and getting all these leads that made no sense. And very often when he was bidding, they would say, no, I went already to your competitor and you got to lower your price. And then he was concerned about the quality of his materials, the insurance, right? The insurance meaning the warranty that he gives to people when he does a job. Like if I'm putting less quality materials, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have potentially more problems in 2 or 3 years, right? Because my materials are not as good. So what we are able to do with him is that we bypass that. We're able to find people in real time that are looking for a roofing job. Then we screen them and then we give them to him. And then he just makes the calls. And right now he's getting at about 10 bids weekly. And he's on a program of about, I think it's 200 bids a month, which is about 200 leads a month, which is 50 a week. So out of the 50 a week, when he talks to them, he gets about 10 bids and he gets 2 clients. And sometimes it's just for a guttering repair, which is $1,000 more or less. But sometimes it's a lot bigger than that. So a whole roof replacement, depending on the size of the house, can be, the average is 16,000. But if it's a 2,000 or 3,000 square home, it can be a lot more than 16,000 because that's the average roofer job presently in the US. So those are 3 examples that prove that our leads work. What I'd like to do is that right now in my life with my why is that my dream was to build a virtual business, and I have succeeded. I spend my summers in Montreal. I'm in New York City. We have a home in New York, and we have a home in LA, in Vegas here. I'm sorry, Las Vegas, and in New York. I lived 18 years in LA, so LA is still on my mind. So we've been only here like for 3 years now. And I love to be in the summer in Montreal. There's the film festival. Then from there, I go to New York. I enjoy New York. And I travel a lot. I do conferences. And I just want to have more me time. That's important for me. And who wouldn't want more freedom, right? And flexibility in their lifestyle. I think that it's possible for all of us. It is really possible for all of us. And my question is, will you be in my next success story? Because by integrating AI leads for lead generation, you take control of your sales pipeline. You generate more cash flow because now you're increasing your revenue and your business growth. And at the end of the day, you're having more time for yourself. Focus on really what matters in your life. Having more cash flow in your business, does that mean you can hire a new person so you can delegate some stuff? Or does that mean that you now have more time with your family, with your friends, with your dog, or more me time just going for a walk or going to the gym or just shopping? It doesn't matter what it is, but what we like is to work with clients that they see a difference after 90 days and say, you know what, there's more money coming in and I can let go a little bit and do other things that I didn't think were possible. So what are the benefits of AI leads? Is finding leads with intent, with intention. We connect with people who are ready to buy. They want to find out more. And what AI Leads does is that it speeds the process, right? So it's costing you less money than ads, and you're getting more. And it makes your marketing dollar work a lot harder for you. And it's a marketing game changer, right? There's more time with quality leads, and there's more conversions there. I mean, that's what it does. And it's going from a philosophy that, oh, okay, we're spending all this money on leads on Facebook and on Google and on Yelp and all over the place, or on what do you call it again? Not in ads on Instagram too. But now it's a different way of looking at things. Now we're training the AI to find people that are doing a search on specific questions that relate to your business. This is like a whole different way of doing marketing, and it's so much more powerful. That's why I say it's a marketing game. AI leads are not for business owners that expect an overnight success. And if you're not serious about your business, about growing your business, we should not have a conversation. And if you think that paying once will automatically bring in leads without any effort, it doesn't work that way. And because when the leads come in, you have to work them, right? And this is not for people that are afraid of change. Who this is for is an entrepreneur that's ready to invest time and energy and marketing efforts in their business. Those that want to take their business to the next level and have more me time, right? And individuals with a growth mindset that are prepared for this marketing shift. I just shared with you how different, paying for ads and buying AI leads. It's a whole different world. This is really for somebody that wants a better future for you and your family. So my guarantee to you is that when people work with us and they buy a bundle of 100 new leads, I will guarantee you that 80% of those leads are creating engagement. And if they're not, I will replace them. I will give you 20 leads for free out of every bundle of 100. I promise that you'll get about a 10% conversion rate from these leads, because sometimes it's as low as 5 and sometimes it's as high as 20. It really depends what you are offering. And it also depends on your customer journey, right? Your engagement, how you engage with them. If everything's done the right way, you definitely will get around 10% conversion rate. And our interest is that we will deliver, because your success is my commitment. So today I want to give you a hug to your business. Number one, because you attended this event. We have a report that we created that's about, I think, 15 minutes. It's about how AI can impact your current business in 10 different areas. It's pretty cool content. Instead of writing and giving you an ebook, which I know most of us don't read because I don't read ebooks, we decided to create a video that explains those 10 areas where where AI can impact your business. And it's not just in buying leads, it's the whole operation of your business.